What do we know, Eric, about Novogratz's plans?
Well, we know plenty because he has had to detail some of them. It's a complicated series of transactions. First, his firm, which he's just created, Galaxy Digital LP, is going to buy a Canadian startup called First Coin Capital. Then it's going to do a reverse takeover of a Canadian shell company. And then it's going to use that entity to raise $200 million in a private placement. And finally, because it has that listed shell, it's going to start trading in Toronto on the TSX Venture Exchange. So this will be the first of its kind, a publicly traded merchant bank specializing in cryptocurrencies and blockchain ventures.
It all sounds very highly orchestrated. Is this something that he can really pull off?
He's been working on it for months. Whether he can pull it off is something we're going to have to see. It does, to a degree, depend on the enthusiasm for Bitcoin. It depends to a degree on how much confidence investors have in Mike Novogratz. We know he had a record as a macro trader, and for many years at Goldman Sachs and at Fortress, he was very successful. And then in the final 2 years at Fortress, 2013, 14, and into 15, the macro fund that he was running lost a ton of money, and it had to be liquidated. So that wasn't a particularly good endpoint for him at Fortress, but he does have a reputation, and he's been a very savvy investor in cryptocurrencies. And furthermore, don't you just love this idea, the Goldman Sachs of crypto? What Goldman as a name conjures up what we already know about crypto, put them together, what have you got?
Certainly sounds good, Corey. What do you make of this, especially given that Mike Novogratz shelved plans for a crypto hedge fund a month ago?
Merchant banking is a clever idea when it comes to cryptocurrencies. But I think what we're really seeing is the ideas of the things that you can do with cryptocurrencies are splitting into all of these notions of ICOs some of them are very odd, some of them are frankly ridiculous. The idea that companies need lending on a small-term basis for cryptocurrencies to start to turn a profit is an interesting idea. It suggests that he believes there's a business model that might generate free cash flow for small businesses where they wouldn't need to go all the way through to doing an IPO to try to raise money in the public markets, even as he's using the public markets to raise money to do that kind of thing.